Yeah, Matt, you're starting the season off with a bang, going against a number 13 opponent. I mean, what kind of challenge is that going to be for this team starting off out of the gates?
Yeah, I think it's a challenge we want. We want to be playing against top competition all year. That's going to help us get ready for the postseason and make us as developed as we can be. So we need a lot of those experiences. And San Diego was just in the Final Four this past year. They returned a handful of players from this team, and we know we're going to get a really good shot from them, and we're going to learn a lot about ourselves right away in Hawaii, but we're looking forward to it.
You've seen yourselves in a scrimmage, you've seen yourselves in an exhibition, so based on all that, what are you going to be looking for your group over the course of this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of practices since our scrimmage, a lot of blocking work. We blocked a lot of balls, but from a team defensive standpoint, it's not good enough. And then just some other things within our rotations offensively that we're trying to work on. So the great thing about those scrimmages, it can really show us, where we're at and what we're good at, what we're not so good at, and then we can work on that. And then definitely this weekend against 3 really good opponents, we're going to learn a lot more.
You said you went to your team when you were looking at scheduling. What makes this particular group, obviously other than the experience, to have the trust to say, hey, do you want to have this schedule? Do you want to, try to, not be at home for a whole month?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it is tied into the experience because you get so close to the Final Four, and so they had to have that experience to know what that tastes like. So I think for them, they know that they can play against really good competition. We need to be able to do that more consistently. So then we need more consistent opportunities to do that. And again, maybe we take some losses, I don't know, but at least we need to be in the position where we can get beat and push us to get better.
How and why did the non-conference schedule come together the way it did, and that you don't have one of these top 15 opponents at home?
Yeah,
it's the difficulty of trying to get people to come here, or what why did you have to go to Pittsburgh as opposed to vice versa?
Yeah, so RPI in our sport, right? So 50% of that is going to be your strength of schedule, right? So we need to play teams that are winning a lot of games, and it's really hard to get teams to come here to play us. One, I think we were 14-0 last year, so they don't want to, it's a hard place to play. And then 2, it costs a lot of money to get teams to come here too with guarantees. And so, and frankly, just a lot of people just don't want to come here at all, even no matter what number you throw at them or what that looks like, they just don't want to. So that makes it really tough for us. So then what do? Do we schedule teams that maybe aren't going to push us as much or get us the RPI we want? It's a delicate balancing act. And I just wasn't able to come up with the right opponents this year. And then again, this group, again, RPI, you want to be a top 4 RPI team in order to host in the 3rd and 4th rounds, which means your non-conference schedule has to be really aggressive. And so that's the only way we could do that, to give our team a shot, is to go on the road and go find those teams that would play us. There's also a lot of teams that won't even play us when we go to their place. They won't even take us as a away team. So it's just the reality of the situation we're in, which I would much rather have some home games and have our fans get to see us more. Like, that's what we would like to happen in a perfect scenario, but it's just not what we were able to do to make, the goals happen for our team.
Obviously, it's a different island, but were there any discussions with Hawaii at all about this event being canceled, anything like that?
Yeah, we checked in and just wanted to give our support, to our team. They wanted to do something, so we had a great showing from our fans of support at the scrimmage on Saturday with our whole lobby and our office area is full. I think we're trying to figure out, we're overwhelmed a little bit. We're trying to figure out now how to bring everything over as far as donations go for Maui. But yeah, we talked to the staff and wanted to just support them and just say we're praying for them. But 2, they were excited for us to come, and they thought that would be still a really important thing for us to come. So no real hesitations there.
Here, we just talk about the best leadership is player, teams that are player led. It seemed like that donation drive was player led. Was that right?
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it, other than recruiting the players that are on the team that came up with the idea.
What was it like to take kind of the bull by the horns?
It was something. I got a text message from our captains, and they said, "This is something we want to do. Are you good with that?" I said, "Yeah, of course." And then they went to administration, senior admin, and they did it. Senior administration did it with our players, and they came up with all the marketing and everything that they needed to make it a success, which it was. So it's really neat when I can just sit back and watch our players be amazing human beings.
Yeah. Some of the personnel things you're looking to sort out this weekend in particular, like, all right, you've probably made some adjustments already, but what are questions you want answered?
Well, we've been having player meetings the last 2 days and trying to figure out who wants to redshirt. Is that something that they want to do? We have a lot of depth, and so just trying to figure out how to use all that properly. We have a couple freshmen that were really outstanding in that exhibition, and they've been really consistently good. So trying to figure out how do they fit in. And I don't know if we know those answers yet, but at least we're having those conversations. But again, we have a really old group, and it's going to take a lot to beat out a really experienced, good senior. But we have really talented freshmen that are going to push them.